Hey there everyone, Courtney here from How to Loom Your Dragon. Welcome to part 3 of Queen Scarlet's tutorial. Queen Scarlet from Wings of Fire. So far you should have done pretty much the entire upper body, including the legs and wings. Okay, you should have done parts 1 and 2. And in this portion we are going to be making the underside, so her jaw and stomach, and then attaching it. Now, I have already wired my dragon. It is a good idea to wire before you add the stomach onto it. So if you don't know how to wire your dragon, just check out my video called How to Wire Your Dragon. If you are young, I suggest you have an adult help you with it, because you can potentially poke yourself if you're not careful. Alright, so let's move along and do her stomach. Alright, so I already have pretty much all my bands on the loom already, so I will explain to you exactly what I did here. Alright, so here, this is going to be the lower jaw, and this is the beginning of the neck up here. So, I'm using the mother of pearl bands for the underside of her. It's kind of like a pearl-colored light tan, I guess? Okay. Like an off-white. Okay, so that's what I'm using for the stomach, and then for the lower jaw, I'm doing the orange and the cocoa brown, the same color as the burnt side of her face, because I want the bottom of her jaw to be burnt a little bit as well. That's totally up to you if you want that or not. So the mother of pearl, here I'll tell you what I did in each row, or column rather. So 2 at a time, mother of pearl here, 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 on all 3 for the first 5 rows. And then I did double looped cocoa, double loop, double loop, double loop, double looped. Then I changed it to the orange, double looped there, double looped there. Then I did all double looped orange to here, then double looped orange down the center, capped it off with an orange band, creating 4 loops. By the way, this is the jelly orange, not the opaque orange, not that it matters that much. Then I did double looped clear bands for the horizontals, here, 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 here. Okay, and I also did double looped mother of pearl here, 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 across. Okay? And then whatever your body color is, for me that is the jelly orange, you're going to take that color and you're going to put one on each edge peg. Okay? The first 5. And then same thing on the other side. And then you want to do that same color here and here, but instead of just laying the band on, you're going to wrap it around twice. So there and there, and then for here I did the cocoa brown, wrapped around twice. So actually I think, yeah, cocoa brown. Alright. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Huh. So now I'm going to loom this. So again, all the horizontal bands are single double looped bands on this one. Okay. So I'm going to dig down past this cap band at the bottom to grab the vertical ones. Whichever ones are on top. For me, it's these 2, so I grab those first. Okay, and right here on this next one, I'm going to attach the tongue. Now the tongue is, I did a pearl pink, and it's the cap band followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's take off 1. Followed by 7 double looped bands. Okay. Now as we loop up this last orange, we're going to pull that tongue onto it. Okay, and then I'm going to finish looping up the center column. Alright, and now as I loop up the diagonals here, we can attach teeth. You can attach teeth as you go. Alright, so wherever you're going to attach a tooth, you want to wrap one around your hook, creating 5 loops. Alright, and maybe I want to put one onto this set, so I'm going to pull that on as I loop. Alright. And you can always take some of these off later if you don't like the way they look. So if you feel like there's too many or they're too squished together, you can always take some of them off. Okay, so let's just fill it up, and then later we can take off what doesn't look good. In fact, since these bands are double looped, we may end up taking off about half of these teeth, but we'll see how it looks when it's done. Let's do one more here. Alright, okay. Notice I just looped over that doubled orange that's laying on there. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to loop up the rest of it, as if these loose bands aren't even there. Going to do the other side. She's got a lot of teeth here. Alright, take any random color to tie off the ends here. Also make sure you include that loose band in there when you tie it up. Same thing on this side. Oops. Okay, so from the bottom, gently peel this up now. And what these teeth could actually do here is they could actually stretch the jaw out to be longer than what I intend. So if that ends up happening, well, we'll just take a few off. so I'm going to take off 2 on each side, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the bottom 4 on, and I'm going to take off the top 2 on each side, so the 2 that are closest to the neck on each side. Alright, so there's that part. Alright, next part is here. Okay, so for this part, here we go. We're going to, holding the lower jaw like this, okay, we're going to attach the 3 loose ends to these 3 pegs. Make sure you get through the orange band as well, and make sure that wraps around nice and neat around the peg. Alright. Oh, and I have to explain what this is. Sorry guys, what this is. Alright, this is all mother of pearl, so all the way down 2 at a time. And then the horizontals are, oops, also mother of pearl, 2 at a time, so 2 across there, 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 there. And then this is 2 here and 2 there. This is 2 across, and then I put 2 on each end. This is 2 across there, 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 2 across there. Okay, so my apologies, I meant to explain that before I put that on there. So do that and then attach the neck there. Alright, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to loop up the whole thing. Now, when you're done looping up all 3, don't pull it off because we have to add a couple bands briefly before we pull it off. So. Right, we're going to tie off the ends, but again, we're not taking it off quite yet. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pegs from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. So where this last orange band is, we're going to take 2 mother of pearls, go through that peg, pull them through, regain the loops on the other side so they're through there, and then just tie that off with any color. Right, and I'm going to do that on this side too. Alright, so I did that on both, and now I'm just going to gently lift off. I can take off the 3 tying bands down here. Okay. Alright, leave those 2 sets on. Alright, we're going to continue to add to this now. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so what I have here is, these are all 2 of the mother of pearl bands at a time. So first you want to go down 5 times, then 4, then 3, and then diagonal, diagonal. Okay, you don't need to cap anything off though, okay? Then you want to do 2 horizontals there, there, and there, then an orange band on the edge of those 5, not on this one yet. And then this one down here is exactly the opposite, so it's just like a mirror image of that. Okay? So let's start with this guy down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm holding this so that the tongue is up. You're going to go through that extra set we added to the side of the mother of pearl, take off the tying band, and you're going to rest all 4 loops around that bottom peg here. Okay? But what we're going to do is we're going to take our hook and we're going to lift up the top 2 loops so we can put an orange band, jelly orange band right on that peg, and then we're going to put those loops back on. Okay, like that. Alright, we're going to pull out the horizontals here. Okay. Oh wait, what did I do here? Hold on, let me think about this for a sec. Okay, let's start at the top. So we're going to take the 2 horizontals way up here. We're just going to wrap them around this peg, okay? The next 2 go around here. Next 2 go around here. And these, which are really loose, go around both of these. Okay. And you know what, let's put that orange band above that. So first wrap those 2 around, and then we'll put the orange band above it. Okay. Oh, and then these 2 are going to go around this one, that's right. Okay, so we have to lift off the top 2 loops here, take the orange band off 2, and then we got to wrap those 2 bands over there. Sorry guys for the confusion there. This is why I don't like to do long or big tutorials anymore, because they just can be very time consuming. Okay, here. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to loop this whole thing. So first we want to start and find those diagonals. Okay, then we're going to find these diagonals, and we're going to go up. Go in here, go up, and go all the way down here, and loop up. Great, let's take 3 random bands, and we'll tie off these 3 ends. Alright, and then we want to gently take this off. Okay. Do the same thing on the other side. So first we're going to go through the extra set there, pull off that tying band. wrap those bands around, but then very carefully lift up the top 2 loops. Find the first 2 horizontals in here, wrap them around the peg, and then grab a jelly orange. And wrap the loop around there. Okay. Here, just lift off the jelly orange first. We're gonna grab the 2 super loose loops, wrap them around those 2, and then replace that. Right. Let's go up the row here, attaching to the edge. Looking good so far. Alright, next step is this. Alright, so what this is the mother of pearl 2 at a time. Down here, 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 stop there, go diagonal there, and then just go all the way down on each column with it. The horizontals are all 2 bands. I didn't put any horizontal here or up there, but on all the edges you want to put an orange band except for the bottom here. Okay, so we're going to hold her stomach like this, tongue is up, and we're going to attach these 3 ends to these 3 pegs. So starting with the very end where the orange is attached, we'll go around this peg. Go around the center one here, and this one here. Alright, so let me think here for a sec. Okay, what we're going to do. Sorry, we're going to add a few mother of pearls to the edge here. Alright, so we're going to take 2 and drop them here. Alright, we're going to take 2 more, drop them here. 2 more, drop them here. Okay, you can also, you can push them down on the pegs like I do. 2 more, drop them there. 2 more, drop them there. Okay, here what we'll do is we'll just lift off this orange, put 2 across here, and replace that orange. And then here what we'll do is we will lift off the orange, put 2 mother of pearl, replace the orange. Oops. Same thing here. So lift off the orange, put 2 mother of pearl, replace the orange. Same thing here. And here as well. Okay. Alright, so we gotta loop this up like really carefully just because we don't want those bands to fall off. If they do, we could always replace them before we loop up to that point. So first I'm just gonna go up here. Oops, make sure that stays on there. Okay, I'm gonna go up the center one. So as we go up here, just make sure each one has the 2 mother of pearl underneath, followed by the orange on the top. Oh, come on! Alrighty, we'll tie off this end. Okay, here we go. So here's this part. Yay! Alright, so there's 1 out of 3 for that. Okay. The next one is exactly the opposite of the one we just did. So it's all mother of pearl going 2 at a time down here. Then you go diagonal, then you go down each column, then you do 2 across. And I'm gonna add 2 hanging there, 2 hanging there, 2 hanging there, as well as the single orange on the pegs on the other side as well. 2 on here. Okay, we'll lift this orange off, put 2 across, and then put it back on. Lift off the orange, put the mother of pearl on. Okay. Alright, let's attach the 3 other ends. So, again, the tongue is facing up. These other 3 ends will go around these pegs here. Alright. So, we can start in either one. Let's start here. Looping up and carefully over the mother of pearl bands. Ugh. So now we're going to do the center section. We're getting close. Okay, so the center, this is just 2 mother pearl at a time all the way down each, and then on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 7th peg, I put 2 bands all the way across the middle. Okay. So, holding the body the same way we've been, we are going to attach these 3 bottom loops around the 3 pegs at the bottom. Alright, so here we go. As we go up, we're wrapping each set around 2. Okay, so start with one side and wrap it around the 2. Alright, we're going to pause there. Okay, let's do this side. Alright, so let's loop up to there where we wrapped around on each column. Okay. Okay, we're going to lift off a little bit from the bottom, not too much, maybe like 3 rows. There's 1, 2, 3. Alright, so here we got to dig in because these are hidden here. Grab those 2 loops wrapped around just the edge peg here on this set. Same thing here, they don't stick out as far on the edge peg. Alright, loop up once. Okay. Lift off once or twice. Let's do once. Okay. Alright, we're going to continue to wrap those mother of pearl bands around the edge, the 2 at the edge on each side. As we loop up, you want to make sure you don't catch those orange bands in there. Those we want to stay out to the other side, to the outside. Alright, here's one more here. Okay, let's do this side. Oh, this has to go across to the middle. Okay, there we go. Alright, so it looks like that. Alright, now do this part with me because there's a part toward the end which you gotta watch to make sure you do it. So I'm gonna loop up, not to the last peg though, just to that one for now. The middle set we can loop up to the end. And over here, alright, so what we're going to do with the end that's tied off here on each side is we're going to go through the loops and just wrap them around this end peg. Okay, same thing here. Make sure you go through the orange band as well. And then we can loop up the final set. And then we'll tie that off. So we're going through 8 loops here. So it looks like this, right? Alright, let's take off the tying bands across the center of the stomach. We're almost there. Got 2 more small parts to do, and then we can attach it and be done. Yay! As we go, we can kind of just pull those orange bands to the, the outside. Oh. Make sure you tie off the center too. Apparently I didn't tie off the center set here. What the heck? What in the world? Sorry, you should have known that. Sorry. Okay, good thing that didn't fall apart there. Okay. That means I can take off this dark blue set, this pink set. Okay. So I have 3 tying bands on there. Okay. Oh, she's gonna be so chunky. She's gonna be like a little heavy, but that's okay. She's a queen, she probably eats a lot, right? Okay. Next part. Okay, so this is all 2 at a time, mother of pearl. So 2, 2, 2, then I went down the middle all the way, then I went this way, then I went that way. And as you can see, there's an orange band on the edges here, and then here, where it becomes a single column, I put 2 orange bands on. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach these 3 ends to these 3 pegs. For the 2 edges you have to go through all 8 loops as well as that orange edge band. So take your time if you have, if this is a little tricky, so take your time. Yes, some of the bands might fall off, that is okay, we can always put them back on. gonna go up this one first, this column first. This column next. Almost there, we're so close. Alright, and then here all this is 2 mother of pearls starting from the 6th peg, going to the bottom, and then 2 orange on each peg except the first and last. Alright, so we're going to wrap that single end around there. We'll go up. And here at the end we're going to tie off with 2 jelly orange, so whatever color your main body is. 2 bands together, we'll do a slip knot, and there we go. Yay! Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to pull out all the orange edge bands, take off these tying bands here that we don't need anymore. Okay, and then here, toward the end, we're going to do 1 to each side. So where we put 2 on, going to pull 1 to each side. Okay, just like that. Alright, so we're going to be needing some fiber fill or something to stuff the body with. I like to use fiber fill. You can use tissues, cotton balls, paper towels, but paper towels make it sound crunchy, so probably not the best idea. So that's why I use fiber fill. Okay, it can be found in any basic craft store. Okay, so we're going to hold Scarlet so she's laying on her back. Right. Put her legs to the sides. Okay. Alright, so the part with the jaw, here we go. So the tongue obviously goes against the mouth here. Now here's the thing. Here, you're going to want to attach this so that the jaw is, this part comes in further than up here. You don't want it to be attached like that, because then she'll look like a doofus, see? So you want to kind of pull this in a little further than you usually would, because when you pose her, the jaw's going to move out a little bit. So I suggest doing it about like here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to find that first set of the orange that's doubled here. So remember we put the 2 that looped around twice? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, let's go to the set that the ear is on. Let's see, yeah. So push the ear forward and We're going to go through the 4 loops that the ear is attached to from the top. Okay, and you're going to pull those 2 tight loops through. All right, leave them on your hook though. Okay, then you're going to go to the next set down, which is this one. Go through those 4 loops, pull through those next 2 doubled oranges like that. Okay. So now what we can do is we can kind of turn her to make this a little easier. Okay. So we want to go through the top 4 loops of each set in order and pull an orange band through each one. So essentially we are stitching the stomach onto her. Okay, you don't want to pull too hard on those bands because we don't want to get them stretched out. Make sure you don't miss any. Make sure you go in order, nice and neat, because you want both sides to be even, otherwise it's going to be crooked and we don't want that. Oops. Alright, staying at the edge. Right here, it splits off. Okay, so once we reach the front leg, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it up, and we're going to go underneath, right here. Okay. So I will tell you what to do once you reach the back leg, so just, oops. Sometimes they slip off and then you're like, erg. Gotta grab them again. Alright, so when we reach the set that the back leg starts on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the side of the set instead of the top. So I'm going through the 4 loops from the side. And then the next 2 I'm going to go through the bottom. So here's 1. Staying at the edge set. Okay, and the next one, we'll do the side again. And then we'll go back to the top. Oops. be fat. It's kind of cool though. She's gonna be fat. Okay, this part is going to get a little tricky. I'm going to go behind each spike here. Actually, this part, why don't we, the part where you reach the tail where it's becomes one line, let's go to the bottom. Okay, so we will go through the bottom of the set instead. I'll make it easier, then we won't be like twisting up the spikes. Alright, last set, we'll just pull that, or one of the tied off bands through, and you can use a pencil or a holding hook to hold this in place, just so it doesn't fall out. Okay, so we're going to repeat that on the other side as we go. We're going to stuff her up. She's going to be gorgeous. Alright, so we're going to turn her so we get the set with the ear on it, and I'm going to go through that set there. Is that there? Go through the ear itself or the set with the ear? What did I do on the other side? Through the set with the ear, okay. Okay, here we go. So, same thing on this side, but we are pulling through that first brown band, the burnt color, starting from the seam spot. What did I do here? Oh, I pulled it through the ear. Pulled it through the ear. And then the set. Okay. Sorry. You just want to make sure whatever you did on the one side, you're doing on this side, so that it matches. Otherwise, it'll be crooked. Okay, great. Alright, hopefully these sides will match. Now I usually do not stuff the neck, because the neck is already thin. There's no point in stuffing it. It's already going to look like it's full. Okay, so don't even waste your fiberfill on the neck part. inside is usually a little trickier to get. She's so creepy. Creepy. Alright, so as you're going through her side, we're going to start stuffing her up a little bit here. Don't overstuff. It's tempting to want to put a lot in there, because that's the fun part, but try not to. As you go, just kind of check her to make sure it looks even. Wow, it actually ended up being even. Yay! Okay. So, once that's done. Oh my gosh. Okay. You're going to take one C-clip. Okay, so we're going to find a C-clip here. Usually throw all mine away, but here we go. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to hold these two ends on our finger. Okay. Go into the tail somewhere below and come out where they are. Put both of those loops on your hook of the two ends. Pull them through, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to put a C-clip around them. And then tuck them into the base of the tail here. Try to hide that C-clip as best you can in there. It's a little tricky, but just do what you can as best you can. Okay, let's see how chunky she is. Oh, she looks pretty cool. Maybe a little chunky, but not terrible. Ha ha ha. She's a queen. Roar. Okay, so there is Queen Scarlet. Roar. Okay, so you know what? Just for the heck of it, I'm going to make her a necklace with a jewel on it. But before I do that, I just want to show you, you can always kind of go into the jaw here with your hook and bend it the direction you want it to go. If it's like bending down and you want it to bend up toward the other jaw a little more. Let's see how this works. If it works. Usually this works, but maybe because there's so many teeth on there, it doesn't. You could always also tie the two edges a little closer together if you want. Okay. Okay, I'm going to make her a royal necklace. Alright. So if you would like to do that, keep watching. If not, you are done. Make sure you show me pictures on Facebook and Instagram of her. I would love to see. Alright, here we go. So I'm just going to take a single loom, and all I'm going to do, I'm going to choose like a nice red color. So I have like this sparkly red from the glitter pack, so I'm just going to use that. But all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some gold too for a gold chain. Okay, so I'm just going to take gold here. Okay, here, let's do this offset. Alright, so we're going to take double looped gold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's start on this side. So these are so far all double looped gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's do 12. 12 like that. Okay, so this side has 6. We gotta do 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so let's do that one there. 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Double loop here. And here. And here. And there. And here. And there. Alright, we're going to do 2 double looped gold going down. Alright, and then we're going to take that red, that sparkle red, and we're just gonna go like this to there, to there, to there, and to here. And then we'll do a slip or a cap there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go below the cap. I'm going to loop up here to there, and same thing here. So there to there, let's loop up twice here. And then maybe as I go up I might attach some more little red ones to give the illusion of like little rubies on there. So let's say I'm going to loop, let's say I want to attach one here. So wrap around creating 5 loops, and as we loop up we'll pull one on. It'll be like and then maybe I'll loop up 1, 2, 3. Doing yeah, okay, so maybe I'll do another one here. So 5. Okay, so then 1, 2, 3, and then maybe one more here. One. Ooh, that one's rotting. Oof. Do not want a rotting band on here. That would not be good. Sorry, I'm just getting rid of this band because it's rotted and it'll break. So you can tell if there's like a little bit of something growing on it, like a little bit of brown. Then if you like gently pull it, it'll just snap. So don't let your bales rot. Okay, I'm gonna loop this one last. Okay. So let's do the same thing over here. So we'll just attach a few little red rubies going up this side on the same one. So you do the first one, then we'll skip 3, and then we'll do the next one. So there's 1, 2, 3, then we'll do this one. Okay, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3, then we'll do this one. Alright, oops. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I guess I'll just take a single yellow band. We'll pull it through the end here, slip knot it together. We'll hide that in there once we pull this off. Roar. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do with this end is I'm just going to zigzag it through the necklace back and forth. I did the same thing with the end of her tail, like the little the end band that was there. Just kind of zigzagged it back and forth till it was hidden. So you could do that too, if you didn't already. so just kind of hide that. Alright, so here is the royal necklace. Let's put it on her. Roar. Ha ha ha. So there we go. Alright guys, well there is Queen Scarlet with her awesome necklace. Alright, I'm going to pull this down so you can take a better look. Just give me 1 second. I've got to clear off a little bit of space. There she is. Along with a bunch of other junk. Okay, and remember, if you wired her up, she is posable. In her wings, I did put 2 rows of wire, one at the top and one at the bottom. See if I can make her stand up. Sometimes that's a little tricky. It depends on if you wire the whole tail. If you wire the whole tail, usually they can stand up pretty easy. But if you only wire part of the tail, it can be a little bit tricky. Cool. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed making Queen Scarlet. I sincerely apologize about that big error in video 2 where I totally messed the whole thing up. But I hope she came out looking okay for you. So definitely show me pictures on Facebook and Instagram. See the links in the description for that. And also check out my Etsy shop. You can always buy original things that I make, not only rainbow loom creations, but other artwork and crochet blankets and things like that. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. And enjoy your Queen Scarlet. As far as... my computer froze here. As far as making big tutorials, I am, as of right now, losing a little bit of motivation doing them because they take so long and, oops. And being that a lot of people don't really seem to make them, it's kind of not even worth doing a lot of the time. So I may not be doing a lot of big tutorials, except for a few that I have planned, which hopefully I'll get to soon. Okay. Besides, at this point, if you followed me this long, then you should be pretty good at making your own things, your own designs. And I always love to see those too, so make sure you show those to me as well. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoy Queen Scarlet. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Okay? And remember, you can always make baby versions of the Wings of Fire dragons by making the generic baby dragon tutorial and just changing around some things, the colors and stuff, and you can make pretty much baby Wings of Fire dragons. So, have fun, and I will see you guys soon.